Hi guys, today we're going to be making chili in our pressure cooker.
Hey everybody, this is a very quick pot of chili. It's so simple to make. It's delicious, to say the least. Okay, so I've got my sear function started for 8 minutes, which you can change as you go along. And I'm going to add a pound of ground beef and a pound of ground pork. And we're just going to lightly brown this. I thought I actually had that sear function going already, but oh well. Take it just a few minutes to heat up. So, once this browns up, we'll come right back.
Okay guys, our meat has browned and we're back.
Okay, so now we're going to start adding all the rest of the ingredients. Adding 2 cans of Rotel. I'm using original. You can certainly use hot if you want your chili spicy. There's 2 cans of Rotel. I'm going to add 2 cans of tomato sauce. The sear function has cut off, so I'm going to reset that because we want it to keep cooking. Keep it liquid warm. Remember, we're going to keep this liquid warm so that the pressure cooker comes up to heat quicker. Added 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, which are my favorite. I'm adding I think it's 27 ounce can of Bush's Best chili beans. Now I am using the mild. Again, you could use the hot if you prefer a spicy chili, and if that's where you want to get your spice from. I'm going to then add 2 packets of McCormick chili seasoning, and I do this not because I don't know what to put in it if it didn't have this, but it's so convenient and it's so much cheaper. So I add those 2. Give it a little stir here. And then I'm going to add to that an additional ½ a teaspoon of cumin, a ½ a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, because that's where I'd like to get my spice from. And then I'm going to add an additional 3 teaspoons of chili powder. Now you'll notice that I have not added any onions to this pot of chili, and that's because I prefer my onions raw on top of my chili. So there's no onions in this pot of chili. That's all we're going to do. Now we're going to take it off of sear, and we're going to put it on pressure cook. We're going to put the lid on. We're going to cook it on high, and we're going to make sure our airs are lined up. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to set this to 12 minutes. Now this could go a lot less time and be done, but you want to make sure all those flavors get infused into that meat and into those beans. So I'm going to put it on for 12 minutes. We're going to start it. Once it builds to pressure, it will start counting down the 12 minutes, and then we'll see what it looks like.
Okay guys, our pressure is down to 0 and we released the pressure.
Okay, so let's see what kind of chili we're going to have. I'm going to open the lid, and remember, always try to open it, if you remember, away from you, because you see all that steam. Oh look, it's all bubbly. I can see the green chilies in there. Oh, the green chilies. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, yes. Now, you notice that there's not a lot of grease. And I did not drain my beef / pork mixture because they were both 95.5 grass-fed, which is what I normally buy. But if you do buy like 85-15 or some mixture of that sort, then if you want to drain your grease after you brown your meat, by all means, do that. I would. The other thing I want to mention to you is that if I was having chili and hot dogs for dinner for my family, what I would do at this point would be to put my hot dogs down into this pot of chili and put it on warm and let it stay on warm for about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. Or you could put it on high sear and let it boil, which would boil your hot dogs. If it's a weeknight and you rush for time, don't have time to grill your hot dogs or what have you, then I've always made my hot dogs inside my chili, even if I made it on the stove. And that brings up another good point, that you can make this pot of chili in one pot on the stove just as quickly, maybe not quite as flavorful, but you can make this in one pot on the stove. The nice thing about this than doing it in the crock pot is that, or in the pressure cooker, my goodness, I don't even have a crock pot. To make it in the pressure cooker, when the timer goes down, it stays on the warm function until it to stop. So you don't have to babysit that pot on the stove. So this is a wonderful weeknight, cold weather sort of dinner. Every Halloween, for all my years with both of my children growing up, I always made a pot of chili on Halloween night, and my kids always went trick-or-treating with a warm belly. So this is kind of a family tradition thing with me, and this is a wonderful pot of chili. Please do try the Rotel in your chili. You will love it. And if you want to add spice to it, go for it. And appreciate you watching. And Happy New Year, by the way.
Bye.